Okay, so today we're going to be learning a chemistry lesson on creating chemical compounds. Here's the audience for today. It's a 10th grade chemistry class. Here's our objective for today. Then here's the previous information we've already learned, which is what a chemical formula is. It's an expression of the types of and number of atoms in a substance. We already know how to write a chemical formula, and we all already know how to read a chemical formula. So we're going to start off with something easy today. We're just going to be creating the water compound. And here we go, we have water, and then we have the chemical formula for water, H2O, which means we're going to write out how many atoms the formula has in general. So we should have, it has 2 hydrogen atoms and then 1 oxygen atom. So next we're going to go ahead and draw out the chemical compound. So we should have 2 hydrogen atoms, and then we should have 1 oxygen atom. And lastly, we can't forget we have to create the chemical bonds between each atom. So there we go, we have the chemical bonds between oxygen and hydrogen. Next, we're going to be creating the carbon dioxide compound. So I'm going to have you guys bring out a piece of paper and a pencil and draw out and write out carbon dioxide. So it's CO2. Okay, so now that you guys have done that, you should have down that it has 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. So we should have 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. And then I hope you did not forget that we had to create the chemical bonds in between. So there we have the chemical bonds connecting oxygen to carbon. So next we're going to be doing something a little bit harder. We're going to be creating the methyl alcohol compound. So here we go, we have methyl alcohol, CH3OH. So we should write everything out. So it has 1 carbon atom, 3 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom, and another hydrogen atom. So now we're going to start off with drawing out our model. Like I said, we had 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, 1 oxygen, and another hydrogen atom. And we can't forget we have to create the chemical bonds in between. And there you go, we have our chemical bonds connecting hydrogen to carbon, and then oxygen to carbon, and hydrogen to oxygen. So next, I'm going to have you bring out the piece of paper and pencil again, and you're going to be writing out sodium bicarbonate compound. So then there's a formula for you, so remember, write out how many atoms it has of each thing, and then you're going to draw out the model. And go ahead and pause your video. Okay, so now that you've done that, you should have down that it has 1 sodium atom, 1 hydrogen atom, 1 carbon atom, and 3 oxygen atoms. So we're going to go ahead and draw those out. 1 sodium, 1 hydrogen, 1 carbon, and 3 oxygen atoms. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and draw on our bonds. And then we have all our bonds connecting each atom. Okay, so now for homework, you'll have to draw out and write out these 3 compounds. You have hydrogen peroxide, ammonium, and ethyl. And then just have those ready for the next class. Have a great day.